Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Get that out of
Come on down South Park and have yourself a time. Friendly faces everywhere. Sorry, it was on just a moment ago. I was getting prepared for this. So, a lot to cover today. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday to you. It's your boy, Matty-Rants. It is a rant report day. Lots of topics to discuss, many things that I meant to talk about last week that we're going to do this start of this week. And yeah, just happy to be here with you today. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share, and subscribe, become part of this Rant Pack family. If you are watching this and you're like, what? There are two different ways this is being broadcasted right now. It's something with StreamYard where I think this is cool. Maybe it'll be helpful. We'll see how this goes. But there is a portrait mode where you can watch it vertically on your phone. And then there is the landscape mode, which we normally do here via StreamYard. So I thought it was very dope that they have this option to do two ways of doing this. Maybe to be helpful, maybe not, but it'll be interesting to see how this rolls out and plays out today. There will be no images that I share in reference for this. It's not necessary. There's just a lot of topics to cover: movies, television shows, things that are happening, hot topic wise. Of course, we went through just something recently out here in the States with the longest government shutdown ever. And of course, a lot is on the agenda and menu there, but this is not that kind of channel. So if you came for those topics, no. We're not here for the current Empire Strikes Back scenario situation, which, yeah, that we're not living in that timeline on the channel today. This is like hot topics. This is very like TV movies. I just saw that Moana trailer for the live action. Disney, what are you? Who greenlit that? What is going on there? Like, why? We just had the sequel. I want this light to come down. Yeah, I like this a little better. Give me a little glow. Give me a little, we're at home. we just had a sequel to the animated movie. How long ago was that? Last year or something of the sorts? And now there's a live action version of the movie that also was recent that just came out. I don't understand what is going on. I'm like, what is happening? Who is going over there? Because it's not cute. We're going to talk. Let me actually give you the list, and then I'll give my social medias and get this started. And if you're in the live chat today, let me make sure I get the comments up here. I want you to be part of this conversation too. Hold on, I've got to get into my phone real quick. Yeah. And how's everyone doing? It's Monday. I hope your weekend was great. Mine was a tad bit stressful. But it's all good over here. Okay, so on the agenda today, we're going to be talking about the Moana live action movie, my full unnecessary breakdown of that trailer. Toy Story 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever number it's on. They had a teaser trailer come out, and we're going to have, I guess, a new problem for our authentic toys, our vintage toys. It's an iPad. Yeah. We're going to talk about the Super Mario Galaxy trailer. Ooh, as a Mario fan, and you know this as I am a born Nintendo kid, I will talk about the highs and lows I see with that trailer and possibly if it's going to be better than the other one, because the first one was great, but it was also a little too simplistic. I get it was for kids, but I think they may try to drive it in a different direction. If not, they don't have to, because the movie made a lot of money. So we're going to get into that. The Zelda movie that they spotted footage of it being created and done, a movie that we've been asking for, that honestly the lore of The Legend of Zelda, if you've ever played the video games, like they have so much story wise to go off of that. to be very honest, they don't, they could have started there before we get into Mario's world. But yeah, they spotted footage of that. I want to talk a little bit about it because some folks were like, why is her hair brown? And already complaining. Can we just get the movie, please? Then we'll go there. Sydney Sweeney is not the box office top pick that the world wants her to be. Well, not the world, I should say, a certain group of people want her to be, as of course the new Christie movie that came out flopped horribly. I am going to talk about her and why I feel that that happened and what I think of her as an actress, not a person. I don't want to go there. It's not necessary, but I do need to talk about Tits McGee in the reference to she really ain't there. And a lot of people do this, and we've done this with some actresses before. You know, you're like, oh, she looks good. I apply this to Megan Fox, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I'll talk about that today. I think I broke down my review of Vicious, but I want to ask Dakota Fanning what her problem is because that movie was bad. For television, so Fallout season 2 is going to be coming out in December. I binge watched all of season 1 yesterday when I had some time in the evening. I did not go to bed until about 2 a.m. I could not stop watching the show. I have thoughts on season 1. I will be covering season 2 on this channel, and I also will be doing Patreon reactions to season 2 of Fallout because it is that good. Canada's Drag Race is going to be starting this week. So for those of you who know, I've been covering that show for quite some time. I'll be having, of course, Patreon reactions and reviews, and I'll give my thoughts on just where I want the show to go this season and having an open mind. Welcome to Derry. It's on episode 4. I just did a Patreon reaction that's exclusive for Patreon. Don't cover it on this channel, but I will give you some thoughts so far on the season and why I think you should possibly be watching it if you're a horror movie fan, a Stephen King fan, and overall just like good TV. And some people may be a little harsh on it, and I get it. Trust, I understand, but I'm enjoying it. With some things, I'm like, I don't need all that, but yeah, we'll get there. Traders is starting soon. Who are you excited for? Monet, Portia, and a couple others. It's nice to see them. And I will be breaking down my cable to streaming switch I did recently. I have quit cable in order to save lots of money because I was paying way too much, and apparently my internet was free without even me knowing it. That's why I pay so much in rent. But it's been a couple of weeks now, and I need to talk about that. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. And I think some of you may know this if you're now a streaming person too. Maybe if you have cable and you go back and forth between the two. I'm not going to tell you to leave cable, but I'm going to give you something because it really does depend. What do you watch and how important is it to you? And as far as music goes, we need to talk about boundaries. A man who we have seen before get into celebrities' personal space, I'm going to say attacked Ariana Grande at a Wicked for Good premiere in order to go viral and get a picture with her, I guess, or meet her. Apparently, he's been sentenced to jail, prison. We're going to talk about that. And that's going to lead me into my idol worship has ruined authenticity in artists conversation. Yes. I'm also going to talk about Offset allegedly harassing Cardi B and Cardi B alleging that he may be on some stuff. So here we go. JT tried to come out with a hit. It was a miss. Delete the Twitter. Come back with it. Oh, what's going on, big head? We'll get there for her. And then, yeah, gaming, Poketopia, Kirby Air Riders. I actually played the demo, and I want to talk about it because that was interesting. And DBD talk, as well as some other things with the Game Awards coming out. So that is on the agenda today. This is going to be a proper rant report, and I just hope you're here to have a good time, listen to some information, my take on things. This is not for the BS or the drama or anything else like that. I don't want it. I don't want to hear it. So before we go any further, and shout out to everybody who's watching right now. As you can see, this is both vertical and landscape mode on here on Twitter. YouTube. YouTube, sorry. I just drank some more coffee and that espresso shot probably just hit me right now. But this disclaimer is going to be necessary. This program is for entertainment purposes only, and content not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, gender, or wigs, and all opinions expressed by Matty-Rants and program participants are other personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned in this program, so please don't be rude, grab your libations and strap in. I'm a little bit of a doctor. You may be here for a while. Don't post any spoilers in the chat if you feel uncomfortable reviewing this program, consume some activity and have yourself a good nasty guess. All that good stuff. In case you're wondering where my children are at, Mamu and Mina, Mamu is currently on. Mamu is on his favorite blanket right now that I forgot to put back on the couch. So he has made his nice little space right over here by me. And you just heard Mina, who is ready to go outside. And that's more than likely because she heard the washing machine just finish. And she sort of does that on purpose because she likes to go outside. So she does laundry with me now. So when the laundry is done, she's like, hey, open the door because you can let me go outside while you go ahead and switch things over because she know I'm gonna let her be out there for like a good 30 minutes to an hour. But yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, look at me. I did good today. We're doing good today so far. If you do want to find my links, it's all in the about section. Reactions on Patreon for as low as $1, bookable on Cameo, merch at dragqueenmerch.com. Also, affiliate partner with Paramount Plus, get a free week on me. That is in the about section. And trust me, I know in this economy, a free week of Paramount Plus, you can even include Showtime with that. Get you some. And there's a lot to watch on Paramount Plus. Trust, I actually have it on right now. This is like no shade. I actually do have it right now. I have it on the South Park channel. I already do watch a lot of South Park, so it makes sense that I'm having my Paramount Plus up too. I'm also rewatching a lot of Reno 911, a lot of Reno 911, Bamboozled and Run Amok. That's one of my favorite episodes. Is the Renisha X episode? Okay, Salaikum salam, my brother. Ah, my goodness, she did all that just to get a trip. That shit was so funny. But yes, check out Paramount Plus. And then I think that's it. Oh, I got a PO box if you want to send me anything special. Let me know if you ever do, so that way I can go check it because I don't get a lot. But when I do, yay, I do check it. Yes. And if you did want to drop a little tippy poo in my jar, please and thank you. You do not have to. As you know, it is a very, very hot topic between people who watch me that don't like me, but whatever. PayPal.me for /Matty-Rants, Cash App $99924 and Venmo Matty-Rants. Your boy is, putting some things together. We are really hoping for some callbacks. I've been applying for stuff, but I haven't gotten any like interviews lately. The last one I had was on the 10th. So we're hoping for more, crossing our fingers. We're putting it in. And now that I have a car, we just got to get these tires done and get it serviced, which right now it runs fine, but I just want to do something with this air intake valve that I was told I need to like look at when I went and got my oil change. And we'll be all right over there. But other than that, I'm good. I'm good, baby. You know what I'm saying? I definitely had a moment yesterday. Like, shout out to my baby JK. That's my bookski. Some former person over here decided that they wanted to drag me into something. And I'm just like, girl, you still think of me? We've been stopped talking. Why am I in your mouth? And I forget that I do leave an impression on people for good or for bad. But that impression is lasting because you'll never get over me. But, gotta remind myself of that. Geeks. Anywho, KK, bye. Speaking of, Young Bella, you're very much missed on my television screen. And I'm happy that we get to see you, Sally Tiem, and Paige back again on this upcoming Drag Race UK episode that's going to be happening. Oh, that's a reminder. Ooh, this week's schedule. Perfect. Before we start the hot topics. And what's up, Drewski? Wednesday night, Dragula Titans. Friday, Canada's Drag Race. Saturday, Drag Race UK. Just so we're clear and we know what's up, because I no shade, Canada. I forgot. I thought it was next week. So when I saw all these really ill-begotten rap verses get dropped recently, I was like, oh shit, let me not look at any of this. I saw one, oof, my God, that girl cannot rap at all. That's a lot of talking, but that's not rapping. Looking silly. I was like, this is that Krayshawn bullshit. But yeah, I will be covering that Friday, and then of course Saturday for UK. If you're on my Patreon, I'm going to be very much on top of it this week, so I don't get too caught up in the weeds. We'll have Dragula up tomorrow, Tuesday. We'll have Drag Race España. I think I'm on episode 5 now, right? Episode 5. Where I'm on Snatch Game of episodes 5 for Drag Race España. So that will be Wednesday on the Patreon. Thursday, I will do both UK and Canada. I'll just get them out the gap because then, of course, on the weekend we do the Welcome to Dairy TV series on Patreon, and of course, coming to Patreon will also be the Fallout season 2. I'm so excited to talk about that show. That show is so good. No, have you not seen Fallout? Please, you don't even need the game lore to like really get into the show. And this is going to sound a little shady. Y'all know I love The Last of Us. You remember The Last of Us. For those of you who know, that's another television show based on a game series that was on HBO Max. The first season of The Last of Us, perfection. Excellent television. Supreme moments. Episode 3 in particular was still one of my favorite things I've ever seen ever on TV. Season 2, piss water. Like, and I get, again, if you played the games, you already knew something was going to happen. But for me, it felt like that was so soon. I was like, bro, we haven't even gotten like really into the season. Like it was a whole bunch of like, I'm, angry, mad. I look like this, face, big head ass, like that kind of crap. And Joel trying to like get to her and all that kind of, and then it all, I hated that. And then the way it just went down, I couldn't finish season 2. And it, oh man, that feels like Yellow Jackets. Sometimes with these TV shows, it starts off so good. And then you get in the writer's room and they just start to like take a whole bunch of shit. And then we get nonsense. I don't know what's happening out there, but I am concerned that Fallout season 2 is not going to be as great as season 1 for me. Because again, I binge watched all of that. I could not stop watching. It was so great. The Ghoul, Lucy, Maximus, all those stories that were intertwined. I was really digging it, and I was kind of mad I never played the series or the show. For the gaming series, because I played the app where you would be in bunkers and you sort of had to like do all that nonsense, but I never played the deep games that would go into it. So it made me want to look them up and see if I can find them on the PlayStation Store or something like that. Yes, Mina. But yeah. I to me, I was just like, this show right here. I was glad I actually sat down and watched it. It was number 2 trending because again, the new season is going to be starting soon. Shout out to JMCL. Thank you so much for the tippy poo. I really do appreciate it because I definitely need to get dinner tonight and some cat litter. That's a reminder, Matt. Cat litter. Go get cat litter. But I have to get dinner tonight. Today, excited to hear what is on your mind. Thank you. And I'm glad that you're here and you're enjoying the show with us. We have to ignore her because she has to learn she can't get her way by doing this. Eventually, if it gets crazy, I have to get up, but we still have to let her know I'm not obliging. And you may hear me talk to her like somebody's child, but that's literally what's going to happen. It's going to be, you do not have power here. Calm down. And she'll learn, but sometimes you just have to get in her face and be like, now look, Miss Thing. Okay, hold on. Because now you're hitting the window. See, we was good. And then you started rubbing on the window. I was going to let you get loud, and that was going to be cool. Hello, young lady. Hey, I need you to relax. What's going on? What's the matter? No, y'all are not mom. You're not going outside. Hey, big mom. Hey, you can't do that. Come here. You can't do that, okay? I don't like that. That's not all right. Okay? All right. Now come here. Come on. Come on. Come here. Let's get both of you over here right now. That will not continue. At all. Is that cool? I think that's great. Thank you. You gonna be good? All right. I will get back up. I will get back up. For you, I will. All right. Little girl, the hell's wrong with you? She just wanted attention because that's what that meow was. When she gets meow meow, when she gets really like high pitched with it, that's the I just wanted your attention. Okay, hold on. When you have a tortie, you start to learn the language. Because torties are another beast. Let me tell you something. These motherfuckers. She gotta tell me everything that's going on. All right, where do we start today? Let's do the movies first. Shout out to everybody. Drewski, shout out to everybody. Yes, Papa. Yes, Papa, for sure, for sure. But I have learned that the only way to get through with an animal, you gotta get in there with them. Like all that beating and shit. Don't be doing that with no nice animal. They ain't gonna do nothing but traumatize them. You get they'll get it. My man, my baby. Hold on. My man, my baby, Meg the Stallion voice. Good to see you, Maddie. Great way to start the week. How you doing, Purple Eater? Thank you so much for the first super chat of the day. God bless. Hope you're doing well. I hope everyone else is doing good too. Dooley, I apologize. I made you play Dead by Daylight Saturday evening after my plans. And when I tell you we lost every game, he had to just get off. It was like, nah, I can't do this no more, Maddie. And it's so funny because the moment Dooley got off, I played 3 more games and I won all 3. Everybody got out. Poor baby. Ashraf, how you doing, friend? What's up, Tito Burrito? What's up? Way too good for this. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Monique, May, Maddie, baby. Make sure to like the video. Please, everyone, like this video. You got to. But yeah, let's start with the movie stuff first today. Let's do that. Let's really get there. Lots of shiny luck the other day. Okay. Toy Story, I don't know the number anymore. There's too many Toy Stories. I'd rather we be on The Incredibles number 12. Is that bad? I was like, out of all the movies that's getting so many damn sequels, which again, Toy Story being, I got to see it in the movie theater as a kid. The first one, okay? That wasn't some streaming plus moment for me. That was Maddie's in the theater that didn't even have stadium seating and got to see that when it was crowded as fuck, when we got to stand in lines for movies. You feel me? So, like, I get that, but their biggest problem now is going to be a leapfrog. Y'all know what I'm talking about here. I don't have children, but it's those iPads for kids that are specifically for children where they can play games and it's all about learning and sort of like building functional abilities and this and the other. A lily frog, a leapfrog, whatever the fuck that thing's called. So that's going to be the new toy that Bonnie's going to be so interested in what's going to happen with the toys again. And I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to watch it because I'm a fan of Pixar films for the most part. I still need to see Elio. I have not seen that movie yet. But I want them to not do another one of these with Toy Story. I don't understand why. Why? No more. You can do something else. You got something better. I promise you. You really do. No more Toy Story. I know there's another Incredibles in the works. Great, fabulous. Can y'all think of any Pixar film outside of Toy Story that needs another sequel? Monsters Inc. immediately comes to mind. And they already did the Monsters U. Not that one was all right. But I rather the Monsters Inc. I can take that. Elio was pretty good and cute too. I'm sorry, I just saw how I looked like on the vertical view and I was so damn close to the camera, so I gotta like scoochy ooch back a little bit. But I do like this framing here. We're trying to get rid of the camera. I gotta use my glasses. I can't see this far back. Jeez Louise. Make a series. Make a series. Do something like that. Okay, that's an idea. At least we know they can get 12 episodes out or 10 and we'd be done. Wait, someone watched Weapons. I rewatched Weapons this weekend and still love it. Oh my goodness. I'm glad you loved that movie. I'm hella late, but I finally saw Weapons and I loved it. I told you that movie is right with the money, huh? Hold on. I gotta move my computer forward. It's gonna be easier for me to read the chat. Excuse me. Wall-E was a great movie. Wall-E is highly underrated. I think that's one of Pixar's best movies they've ever come out with. It had also the least amount of words. The very little script was necessary because it was robots and stuff. And then, we finally got to the human part of it. A Bug's Life would be interesting. A Bug's Life would be interesting. Oh, yeah. They did little shorts and stuff. I remember they did shorts for A Bug's Life, but I don't know if they did the other stuff. Be here for that. Ratatouille, I don't know if that needs a sequel, but that was a great movie. Maybe it's like there's a competing restaurant and then it's like another situation. I think they can make it like silly like that. That would be interesting. Ashraf, thank you so much for the super chat. Donation to the Matty-Rants Canada's Drag Race premiere week maple syrup. Maple syrup for his waffles fund. Okay, Ashraf, you know the lore of me and pancakes and waffles, and I appreciate that you said waffles because fuck pancakes. Pancakes are terrible. Pancakes are the devil. Why? For what reason? I'm sorry. My mom used to make amazing pancakes, though. Shout out to my mama. But I hated them everywhere else. I hated everybody's pancakes. I hated them. But a waffle never did me wrong. A waffle never goes wrong. Never go out of style. Yeah, I think we are going to actually get The Incredibles 3. We are. Hold on, let me turn on my AC real quick, y'all. This is getting kind of warm in the house, maybe because I'm talking, but shout out to Toy Story. We'll be there, of course. They know they're just making some good money off of these people. We're going to go see it, but I hope it just doesn't feel like it's fan service. It feels stupid because Pixar has a great way of making sure that the movies are for everybody to watch and get something out of. So we'll see. But Moana live action, no. Unnecessary, not needed. That trailer was stupid. You want to talk about the Michael trailer? Oh my God. Okay, here we go. No, let's do Moana first, and then I'm gonna get to Michael. So Moana, unnecessary, not needed. It's way too soon. That's stupid. I thought the trailer looked like it was an AI. It was hot garbage. Sorry about it. So won't be seeing it. I'm good. The original animation's gonna work for me. Plus the sequel that just came out. I don't need to rewatch something again. Member berries don't taste that good. Okay. The Michael trailer. As a kid of the 80s here in the 90s, right? So I got to experience the Michael Jackson. Now, isn't it funny? The people who worship Alabaster Jenkins Michael Jackson are crashing out over finding out that Michael Jackson was Black. And that's the funniest part about it for me. I think whatever's happening with that nose is wild. Because I remember Michael Jackson before the whole incident that happened and the burn and blah, 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 all that, right? And the whole comeuppance. The nose was getting smaller anyways. It wasn't like he always had one big bell pepper on his face and then all of a sudden it was like 2 strips. That was not ever Michael. Like it did that. It progressively went down. For those of you who remember Michael Jackson, right? It just at one point was like a nice something and went, ah! I was like, oh my God. Like that's how that went down, right? The trailer, I'm gonna see the movie. I'm gonna go see it because I used to be a big fan. I had Michael Jackson's History part 1, part 2, whatever, with the whole statue of him. I had that on tape. That's how old I am. For my cassette player, I had that on tape. I gotta go see the movie now, but something isn't sitting right with me. And I'm wondering how they're going to do his story. His nephew is playing him. I'm glad that they chose somebody in the family, to be honest with you. it is so funny to see the impersonators crashing out. That one guy who is basically Michael Jackson in his powder era, like literally breaking down the trailer and doing all this extra. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen on the internet, because I'm watching you who are not you pretending to be somebody else who is now in a full imposter syndrome moment of exclamation point dot dot dot, is now having a full existential crisis on a live about a movie trailer that's not about you. It's not about you. It's about the man that you're have made your life about, but it's not about you. And now you're finding out things about them that you can't take. It's a gag, and I kind of like it, because that's a reality check for some people. There are folks that, the folks that do the plastic surgery to look like the person they want to become, or I don't know, that shit's weird to me. Like, get your surgeries, feel the way you want to feel, but when people start to, I'm trying to look like somebody, yeah, I know, Mina, me too. That's how I feel. I'll see it, but we'll see. That's how I feel about the movie. The trailer didn't wow me. It made me go, oh, okay, good. We're getting a Michael Jackson movie. However, that's Amori, that's me. That's how I feel. I just hate that it may be inaccurate, but if we get a real look into his life, maybe so, new material for the fans, and I'll be happy with the film, but I'll be sitting in the theater. If they don't show his daddy being Joe Jackson, I won't be here for it. If they don't show Joe being Joe, I'm not going to be here for it. As much as we've seen for those of us who know the Jacksons movie, the Jackson 5 movie, if they don't show Joe being Joe, I won't be here for it. No, thank you. No, thank you. You better show that man in his full acting an ass. You better show it, because they were put through fucking hell. No way. No way. So, like, you better show this accurately. Like, they were going through it. That man was working them to death. You know who plays Joe? No, I don't know who plays Joe or anything yet. I want to go into it blind. Talk about if that man come in there, I was just trying to make my boy. A Britney biopic would go crazy. I need from the Mickey House Club and all. Can I tell you one thing that I believe that if you ever in our lifetime were to get that movie, I'm just saying, I don't know how old you are, the Virgo. That lady may have to be gone before we get that. No shade. She may have to be gone. I don't think she would sign off on anything at this point right now. Even though I think that would be brilliant if she was like the person behind the pen for her own biopic. Do you hear me? Like, okay, let's bring it back in. It's a yes and no. No right now, because of currently how I look at her in the all that bullshit, no shade, right? 2, if she locked in and she was the person who got to be in charge of who is going to be the writer of the film, let me tell you my version and go from there. Oh my God. It would be everything. If she locked in, everything. I'm going to tell you who's not going to play her, Tate McRae. Too tall. That's like a whole mecha giant in a goddamn Gundam suit. And then there's Britney Spears. So that is not going to work. You understand me? It'd almost be too much. You know what I mean? Like, Britney is a great dancer and phenomenal, technically trained, smooth as butter. I don't know if I want to see the erratic lady that is Tate McRae when she is throwing every joint out of place, trying to give puss. I think I'm good on that. Sabrina Carpenter, if she can do a nice Southern accent, because Britney has a Southern accent. You can't do a Britney Spears movie and it'd be some yokel, like a Yankee bitch. Like, that's not gonna work. You need some Southern girl. I feel like they need to get somebody who's not known, who can sing, just like Britney. Yeah. Get some unknown, and that be the break movie for them. And then have a bunch of star power people in said movie to play other folks. That would make more sense to me, personally. That's just my take on it. Britney should be played by Olivia Holt, in my opinion. Okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. That'll do. That'll do. But yeah. Hold on. We got some more trailers to talk about here. Okay. Yes, I saw the Super Mario Galaxy trailer. Yes, I lost it when they showed Rosalina. Yes, it looks incredible. Yeah, I screamed when I saw Peach's parasol being used in a fight, knowing my sister literally has her own game out right now. Plus the Super Peach game that was exclusive to DS that was amazing with the parasol. On top of the fact she's a Smash Brothers character, if she ends that fight with the pose, sweet, or I'm going to explode. I'm gonna explode. I'm gonna explode as a gamer, as a Smash Brothers player from the beginning. I'm gonna freaking lose it because they do that. So the Mario, the movie, even last year, they did a whole lot of like callbacks to this, that, and the other. So that is freaking me out because I saw the fight scene. I was like, yo, if she says I'm not gonna be okay. Because that was my main for Melee and Brawl. Well, for all of them except for the first one's Peach. So yes, I'd also be hyped to see her pull a turnip and throw it at somebody, or possibly a bomb. And I hope they do that. I don't know why, but I thought the trailer was dope. I'm glad to see that Luigi is not just going to be in peril the entire movie because he was underutilized in the last one, in my opinion. I just hope it's also not some an hour and 20-minute film. The other one was quick and it was sort of like establishing things and showing like almost what Illumination Studios can do with the Super Mario world. And now to me, I feel like y'all can add a little bit to this. The kids are not going to get bored. I promise you. You can put some depth in there. 20 more minutes of like cool scene. There's a lot to work with in that universe. And you're doing Galaxy. And we see that they're already in the desert. So Odyssey is also being placed into this movie for those of us who know the Mario lore. Don't fuck it up. Don't put too much in and make it lame. That's all I'm going to ask. Like, if it's an hour and 20-minute movie and you have the nerve to compact Galaxy, which in its own self is a lot. That franchise, they already are doing, I think they did the re-release already. If it's not coming out, it's already out for Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Mario Galaxy is my favorite Super Mario game next to Super Mario Brothers 2. Like, as much as Mario 64 was everything, Galaxy was lit. Galaxy 2, it didn't have the same effect on me, but I still beat it. The Galaxy, oh my God. Screaming. It was such a fun game to play. Like, I love hopping from the little, like, small little plants to the other plants while you're fighting things. That shit was so much fun. And it was also when you had your Wii, it was the first time we were using those controllers and stuff, and it was the most comfortable I felt on the system in any game. Was doing that with Galaxy. So I just really hope they don't fuck that up. That's how I looked at that trailer. Like, damn, that was fun. Please don't fuck this up. As a Mario fan, don't do that. They spotted some scenes from Zelda being filmed for us that know the Legend of Zelda, the game itself, whether Ocarina of Time, Breath of the Wild, whatever you want to call it, the Zelda universe is finally getting a movie too. So Nintendo, I see you're making coin and bank. If that's the case through the movies that you're doing in licensing and franchising, how about you put some of that into discounts for, DLCs and possibly releasing games that aren't $90? It looked good to me. It looked like Impa was in the scene with Zelda, which I was like, oh, oh, but we'll see. I'm excited. They haven't shown any trailers. They just showed somebody was out there filming or whatever, and they caught a glimpse of it. But yeah. So let's get out of the animated movies that I've been talking about. Let's get into some more serious topic films before we walk into the television universe here. Sydney Sweeney, the MAGA darling, the poster child for what every male fantasy needs to be, or at least that's what they want you to think, is not the box office darling that people were hoping she would be, as the movie Christie that was supposed to give Oscar acclaim, and I knew better. That trailer, I was like, oh, please. Whoever was paid for those reviews, lick it, stick it, pop it, do whatever. Pubic hair for floss. Boo, boo, Winnie Burger, boo. But the movie has flopped. Okay. Someone had a joke about the Dead Eyes Camry, but I can't remember what it was. It was so funny on Twitter, and I wish I had took a screenshot. It was something they said about her eyes, and I was hollering. Um, did I highlight it? Please, Matthew, please tell me I did it, because the cackle I had. I wish I could remember what that person said. Um, but no, yeah, the movie has flopped. I thought it was weird that you basically put a Republican's wet dream in a film about a lesbian who was in a DV situation with their husband who was using them and was doing nefarious things and putting her into situations where Christy then pulls into a Thelma and Louise moment. It's wild. Like, no, this person's, yes, that all bleeds through on top of other things because she's not that serious of an actor. Hiding in a bathtub because you fucked your best friend's like boyfriend is not the moment that you think it is. Even that screaming scene that she did, like all of that, I can watch Foodie Booty and get the same thing. Do you understand me? Like, I'm going to say it. This is what happened with Megan Fox. And I know people like Megan, and God bless her, I guess. I don't know if that lady has done something crazy. I don't know her like that. But let's be very clear. This is the same situation where they pick somebody and somebody in the execs know how to like prompt, produce, promote, and do whatever, sell the sexual fantasy, and they really ain't giving shit. And I don't want to take her out as an actress, but I got to tell you, I have seen a lot of the work, and it's boots, poot, poot. It's poot, poot, poot. Almost the same person in every movie, just her trying to dim down some emotions or whatnot. I'm unable. Even the Nun movie, bad. Mm-mm. I hate when they do that, and they just do not let the work do what it needs to do. And the girls are just getting booked because they're pretty. I'm afraid it sounds like I may be a hater here, but that's just how I feel about Dead Eyes McGee. She is not that. And stop putting her in those roles. And better yet, y'all need to, speaking of casting, do not fuck up X-Men. I'm nervous. Something the other day, I said, I don't think they're going to do it right. I think they're going to get some of it right, but there's going to be one or two things that's just going to be like, now what is happening here? Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck up the casting for X-Men. Do not. If it's another Alexander Ship situation, a Storm, I will not be watching. I'm afraid not. Afraid not. Thank you for tuning in. It's the Rant Report. We're going over some movie tea today and just, hot topics. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Come part of this Rant Pack family. Appreciate you for being here today. If you want to drop me a little love in my jar for your boy hosting with the most, it's paypal.me/Rants. Cash up @Matt924 and Venmo Ministry. Thanks for being here. I did see the Kill Bill trailer. I am a big fan of a lot of Quentin Tarantino's movies, not the person himself. And I will say, it is dope that they're going to release part 1 and part 2 together. I kind of wonder if they're going to, because the scenes weren't shot like in order. In part 1 it sort of like started after certain things, and then part 2 was like, we're coming over here to, I wonder how they're going to do it, if he's going to mix it up or if it's just going to be they show part 1 intermission and then we do part 2. Because I don't know if y'all remember this, but I got a chance to do this one time at a movie theater out here in Houston. They did a double feature for Planet Terror and, come on, Matt, because I bought the movie Death Proof. Planet Terror and Death Proof, because it was supposed to be a double feature, and it was Robert Rodriguez doing Death Proof, and then Robert Rodriguez doing Planet Terror, and then Death Proof, right? That was great. I love that double feature. The intermission was like 10-15 minutes to go use the bathroom and go get some more food and come back, and then the movie starts right back up again. Oh, it was so much fun. And it was like, now back to our current presentation. It was so much fun. It felt like an old school like movie experience. So I will be watching it. I'm going to go see it, especially if they're doing the 35 millimeter. I heard that they're going to do like the original, like, or sort of that sort of like cut of it. So I think that's going to be really dope. Yes, I'll be watching that. I'm a big fan of that movie. Wiggle your big toe. Wiggle your big toe. As I sat in the back of Buck's truck, wiggle your big toe, thinking about the kids that did this to me. Of course, I'm gonna go see that movie. B, tell me, what did you say to Pai Mei to make him take out your eye? I called him a miserable old fool. Ooh. You know what I did to that miserable old fool? That's right. I killed him. I killed your master. And now I'm going to kill you too. With your own sword, no doubt, which in the very near future will become my sword. Bitch, you have no future. Oh, I wish y'all could have been in the movie theater opening night for that scene. I wish you could have been there for it. I was in a packed 7 p.m. audience for that movie. That scene was fire. Like the whole fight scene in the trailer to then go into that monologue moment for then her snatch out the eye. I'm talking about everybody was shook. We were shook. It was like, and it was that thing he taught her. That was what was so special about that scene. He taught her how to do those hits so close together. Like if you have to be so close, you should be able to still be able to fight. Like if someone's directly in front of you, you shouldn't like have to have a space. That took place for the whole coffin breaking scene. That took place for like that moment with her and Elle while they had the swords together. Boom, pluck that out. And the fact that he did it, Pai Mei did it to her because she said some bullshit. Oh my God. And then she took the oh, yes. That in the Elle monologue scene when they're in the hospital after the I never liked you. Matter of fact, I despised you. But that doesn't mean that you don't deserve. What is it? Dying like this is a luxury that our kind is really my gift to you. Then Bud calls her and he's like, don't do it. Oh, you don't owe her shit. That whole scene was great. Like, she think the shit's fucking funny, don't you? Word of advice, shithead. Don't you ever wake up. Boom, boom, boom. How dare you bring up Kill Bill to me? How dare you? How dare you? I love that movie. I love part 1 and part 2, but woo, part 1 as a kid, like, because I got to go see that. Shit, when did that come out? I think I was still in high school too. Man, yeah, I was still in high school because I remember we had like movie nights in high school where we would watch Kill Bill Volume 1. I absolutely shot the Ariana. I absolutely remember that. That was, yep, that was like our movie. Love, love, love it. Okay, so there were some questions about other movies too that you were asking me. My thoughts on the Scream set. I won't be watching it. And I think you know why, with all the stuff that was surrounding the movie prior to it starting. I think you're good on that. I don't think I need to explain. I don't think I need to break that down. I think I am going to take a stance with some other people. I will not be watching it. I'm good. I thought the movie series should have ended a long time ago in the first place. I got back into it again and was like, oh, this is interesting. And now all of a sudden we're focusing on who? And those two are no longer in this, and we're just focusing on what? I'm good. I'm good. No, thank you. Take it out. No thoughts. Outside of it sounds like we're resurrecting someone who allegedly, supposedly, somewhat, possibly died in the first movie, or he was on the stretcher at least, or whatever. I'm good. I'd rather see him in the Five Nights by Freddy suit than see this whatever's going to happen here. I think I'm good. Yeah, no shade to the Scream series, but it's worn out its welcome with me. There's even a TV series that I just was like, no, I'm good. Like, like, no, I the first 3 are going to be where I stop. That's, and Dooley loves the Scream series, but for me, and I think Blake does too. I just can't. I don't care about these big-headed people no more. I really don't. No. No, thank you. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I was not impressed. I was like, oh, okay, so we're still doing this? Okay, great. Where am I at? Okay, let's move into TV. Like I said, Fallout 2 is coming out December next month. Watch season 1. It's so good. I cannot recommend a better show right now than Fallout season 1 if you have not seen it on Amazon Prime. If you have not seen it, give it a go. You are going to be like, it's great. Post-apocalyptic, cryptic shit going on. There's secretive stuff happening. There's all these agendas. Oh, yes. It was a great run last night of watching it. It's 8 episodes for the first season. Totally get into it. I'll be covering the season 2 on my channel. Season 2 comes out in December again. Please watch it. I have nothing but the best to say about it. The Ghoul was my favorite for sure, but I actually liked Lucy's story and I liked Maximus's story too. At first, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get into the Brotherhood and all that kind of shit, but like, yeah, it's great. It's really good. And so what I did is I ended up doing some deep diving on the Fallout universe and then seeing where they're going for season 2 with this New Vegas. I'm really hyped. I was like, oh, so we're gonna go there and with house and all that. I mean, I did a deep dive. I watched a 5-hour video before I went to bed too. I was over here just watching it, trying to get all of the lore behind it. So yes, I will be covering Fallout season 2 on my channel. Those will be edited reviews. I won't be doing lives on that one. I'll be doing like 20-25 plus minute videos breaking down the episode each week. So I'm hyped to talk about it, but I'm kind of mad I didn't get into it the first time. There are some shows that I feel get over hyped and people start to, oh, I gotta go see it when it first comes out. It ruins it for me. Boys was like that. It still has been like that. I tried to watch it. I just couldn't get into it. And everybody loves that show. It's not for me. Same thing with Invincible. Love season 1. Couldn't watch it anymore after that. Was not a fan. I was a little bit pissed off that I got introduced to that show because I'm just not a fan of the daddy issues and I just couldn't get it. But I thought it was dope for what it was. I just, something about that part, I was like, I don't know about this, friends. This is just not for me. Rosie, thank you so much for the Venmo tippy poo. Thanks for sticking through it and staying with us. I'm working on it every day. I appreciate you, Rose. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you for the tippy poo. But yeah, yeah, not for me. I've never heard of that artist, Patrice, but thanks for tuning in. But no, I haven't heard of that artist. I'm weird when it comes to music. I have my likes and loves, and then I like I blank out on everything else. Like, please don't. If it's I'm weird when it comes to music. I'm so selective. That's the picky Libra in me. Let's see here. Where was I at? Canada's Drag Race starts Thursday. We'll be covering it here on the channel. Welcome to Derry. Let's talk about that one. I love the series. I'm enjoying the series. I'm just a person who's tired of certain tropes when it comes to filmmaking and television. And I know that the books were based in a certain time frame, and that was Stephen King's writing, and I respect it. Shout out to Stephen King. I do like a lot of his work. But it's always like for me trauma filled where I'm like, oh my God, here we go. We got to talk about this. We got to deal with the racial tension shit again. Blah, 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 blah. I get it. But to me, I'm just like, I looked at who was writing the episodes. I'm like, now, what is your perspective on this? Where are you getting all this bullshit from? So to me, I have to zone out at some of those parts just so I can get through the show and enjoy it. I love where it's going. It doesn't feel like Stranger Things. I was afraid it would. It does not. And there is one character that I feel like gets fucked with way too much. And that's, what's her name? Is it Betty? I think it's Betty. You know, Miss Mama who always ends up at the insane asylum. The entity keeps messing with her in the worst way possible. And I'm kind of tired of it a little bit because I'm like, can you get somebody else, please. This girl's been going through way too much. Like, he is really trying to break her. It's called It, Welcome to Derry. It's on HBO Max. Remember how it was HBO Max and then it became Max and then now it's back to HBO Max? This is all true, by the way. That's literally what they did. But it's basically a prequel series to the It movies, for those of you who watch It 1 and It 2. But it is also in reference to the book It, interludes and sort of like side stories and little things that were in there that they sort of turned into this sort of for television theme when it comes to the original book itself. So this is supposed to be a precursor to the events that happened in, again, the movie part 1 for It, right? And they're trying to explain what it is and what makes sense of it. Lily is her name. Thank you, CB. My apologies for fucking that up. So let me tell you about how people have confused Pennywise and It. It is Pennywise. Pennywise is not it in the sense of Pennywise is the original projection, bloop, bloop, bloop. It is its own thing. If people read the book, which again, it's a long book, they'd know that, but people don't, because with television, you're shown one image of something and that's your idea behind it. So a lot of people were complaining, where's the damn clown? Where's Pennywise? Where's this? It has already there. It's a shape shifter. Even the clown was shape shifting in the movies. So that is why I can't take people online seriously, when they're like, you're looking for one thing to please you, baby. You got to open the book now. But no, the show is actually pretty good. Some of the episodes are quick. Some of it is a little bit like it does meander off into moments. But I do like the fact that they're incorporating other characters from Stephen King's book into the show. Like, if you know one of the characters, Doc Halloran, he was in The Shining, and he was the guy that talked to come on, Matt, because I want to say Doc because that's his nickname, but what was the boy's name again? Come on, Jack Nicholson, Shelley Duvall, and don't know the kid actor, but come on, Danny. There we go, Danny. He was the one that was talking to Danny about The Shining. He's in the show. And this is his sort of story too, if you will, before we get to see him in The Shining and how he was using his abilities to help the military find it, which is what they're trying to do, because they know something's down there because of the history of things that have happened, but they don't want to tell the town this. The town, of course, is under the spell, as you know from the movies, of the entity It, because it has this effect over the adults and people where they'll allow dark things to happen and act, oblivious, so that way he can continue hunting in basically killing. So the show is pretty much that. It's sort of like a precursor of those events. It explains a little bit of what's going on. We're introducing some new characters, some characters that are related to characters in the movie series going forward. But yeah, I recommend it personally. The last episode, 4 jump scares that got me. But I think it's a cool series, and I like what they're doing with it so far. I have not seen the mid-season trailer yet. I sort of purposely didn't watch it, but if you did want to know, Matt, when are they going to show the clown? They show it in episode 4. Well, they show a version of what it looks like right now, which is very fucking creepy. But that red balloon popped up this episode. I was like, oh, here we go. It's on. And sure enough, that's where it's at. But yes, so many crazy scenes have happened already this season. So many really fucked up images. If you're one of those folks that doesn't like gore or seeing children in harmful situations, because it does prey on kids, I wouldn't recommend it, because the first episode was Jesus Christ. My mouth was agape the entire time. I was like, what is happening? What is happening? Stop. You can stop now. One is enough. Nope. There goes the other one. Whoop, there goes another. It was too much. It was great, but it was like too much for a horror fan. I was like, yo, that was a great way to start the show. But as someone who wants to just pray afterwards, my God in heaven, it was a lot to take in. So It, Welcome to Derry, it's on HBO Max. I do reactions on Patreon, and I just uploaded my reaction to episode 4 today. So if you want to check out my reactions, they're on my Patreon for as low as $1 a month. but I'd watch it. If you're into horror movie shit and you love it, hop on board. It is definitely the show for us horror movie fans. It's right there with the money. It's also filling the void of not having Chucky, the TV series, up, which again, boycott Chucky back on television. Shout out to C. Diggy. He got to meet Jennifer Tilly, and I am Jelly Belly because I love Jennifer Tilly so much. I was like, no, you have to be my fave. But that's so cool because he's at BravoCon right now, living it up. As a reminder for television traders, season, what is this, 3 now? We're on 3, is starting soon with a all-star cast. Y'all know our girl Monet from Drag Race is on there, as well as a lot of other, celebrities and of the sorts. I'll be watching it and of course covering it on this channel. So just stay tuned for that. And I'm excited to get there. And the last part for the movies and television portion before I talk about some of the hot topic and music stuff wise, cable to streaming only switch. I mentioned it before in another video that had nothing to do with just talking about these sort of topics. Today, I'm going to just give you my 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. Maybe less than that. Cable was interesting because it felt like you could just leave it on and it would just do its own thing, if you will. Like I'm walking around the house, the commercial is on, you hear about, look out, because here I come, we go, like that kind of bullshit. And then you get the TV show, and it also felt like, and I don't know if y'all know this, there's a hum that happens with cable in the background. And it's so weird because I've been streaming only because I canceled my cable. I still need to return this box. I got time, but I started streaming and my home is much quieter. I think the TV is not even on as much. So my power bill has gone down. This is all true. Because sometimes if I'm just not needing to stream or watch anything, I have my tablet up and I sort of just use that, right? And then when I do want to watch something, it is almost as if I still have cable because I used to keep it on Comedy Central. Cable, especially Xfinity, they made Cartoon Network an exclusive package deal, which is weird because I love Adult Swim. And I'm not going to pay them an extra $25, $30 for one network. You're crazy. So there was really no need to have cable because all I did was keep it on Comedy Central. And every weekend, and I'll tell you this, Comedy Central plays Parks and Recreation and The Office now, and then South Park and Beavis and Butthead and this Digman show that's really, really bad. Okay. That's all they play 24/7. All right. And then Futurama in the earliest of portions in the morning. They used to have Seinfeld, but they took Seinfeld off for good reason. Then you have The Daily Show, which is their news report thing they do Monday through, what is that, Thursday? Bam, we done with that, right? The weekend is dedicated to Adam Sandler movies. Every Adam Sandler movie you can think of is going to get played during the weekend. If not Adam Sandler, it's going to be Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, Dodgeball, Wedding Crashers, followed by oh, come on, what's that movie? Oh, the one with Jason Sudeikis and Jennifer Aniston, and they're having to go in an RV to sell substances with the kids. That movie gets over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's all Comedy Central did. And so now that I've had a couple weeks away from all that, I'm like, yo, I was just paying for bullshit. Keep cable if you got it and you want it. Have it, you know what I mean? But I'm kind of glad I finally saw the light and just was like, meet the Millers. Thank you, Amore. I'm just glad that I stepped away. Because not only do I not have to pay a very large bill for just one thing now, because my internet's included, but I realized, oh, everything that I watched on cable is literally on streaming. There's a whole South Park channel on Paramount Plus. You can get a free week of Paramount Plus on me. Link in the About section. This is not a promo for that, but this is just truth. South Park's on right now. The What in the Butt episode is currently playing on the South Park network. There's a RuPaul's Drag Race network. All of Drag Race gets played in every portion of the planet, the international episodes too. Nothing's in order. They're just playing it. And other things as well. Like, yeah, like there's no real reason to have it for me. So yeah. And I don't know, maybe save you some money too, but not gonna tell you to get away from cable. It's not like they're telling you to do this or whatever, but it's just kind of interesting now. I get it. I'm like, okay. the changeover from cable to streaming. It took me a little while. I was hard at it, but I don't know. Maybe helpful for you. Might be. It might be. Okay, let's talk about music. But before I do, thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Come part of this Rant Bag family. Appreciate you for being here. Drop a super poo if you feel like it. With PayPal.me/Rants, Cash App $, $9.924, and Venmo Rants. Ariana Grande cannot get a break. Why are people jumping across the way and doing the most? What is going on here? Did you see that weird looking dude with the fucked up bangs, hairline, and everything, who apparently has a whole account dedicated to harassing, stalking, and jumping into personal spaces of celebrities while they're performing or while they're doing something? This dude has jumped on stage with The Weeknd. He was at the Katy Perry show recently, the one that we saw where she was like, I'm never going to be doing this again, so please enjoy it. This happened at a Wicked premiere. I believe it was in London. And he hops across the barricade, bum rushes through, grabs Ariana Grande, putting his phone up like this, to do, like, starts to shake and woo, I'm in her, like the full bit, shaking her and just imagine that frail looking thing. Do you hear me? Shrimply Pibbles Grande over there being shaken that way, like by this weird man who you don't even know, babe. You don't know if this man got something going on where if you touch a little blah blah blah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what's going on. He could have had substance, he could have had some sort of anything. It was in Singapore. Thank you. That was in Singapore? Oh my gosh. Okay, that's why it was beautiful out there. Because, baby, I was like, where is this? I'm over here like, what the fuck is going on? And then he posts on social media later, I just met Ariana Grande, like as if nothing had happened. Like, this is wild. He was arrested. They put him in jail for 9 days because somebody put prison on the internet. I was like, well, it wouldn't be prison because why? So they took him to jail, processed him, and then put him in prison for just, what, a week after that? That'd be stupid. So it would make more sense if he's in jail for 9 days, because there are people who are in jail for like months, if not years, and some people get transferred over to prison. Anywho, he deserves that time. Do you think Periwinkle and everybody else that's like watching this video today that he's going to stop? And also, it's a great way to open a discussion on idol worship and the boundaries that people will break to get to somebody who they care for or care about, and when it's not cool. And how are we addressing this? Because to be honest with you, it's nice to see your favorite celebrity. You want to say hi. If you ever see them out in public, you may get lucky, get a picture, do all that kind of stuff. But the way that was done, the fact that he has an entire account dedicated to this shit is weird. And there are also people who have taken these parasocial relationships to the newest of extremes. And now they're like defending people on behalf of a person that doesn't know them, but not defending them. No. Flying out to people's homes, fighting these people, or plotting to take someone out in real time over them having a different opinion of a person. Engaging in nasty conversations that don't lead to anything. This is weird, bro. And I feel like it's even, actually, nope, can't say that it's worse now. I think with social media, it's worse because it's so widespread and people have easier access to getting stuff on celebrities. But if you remember back in like even the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, there were people who would stalk folks. Like, let's talk about Jodie Foster and the stalker that she had in that whole situation where she was almost taken out over this man. You got attempted for certain folks, this, that, and the other. Like, people are strange. People don't know. I don't know. That stuff is what makes me nervous, and why when I see someone who has an opinion of me continuously, even after they say I won't watch you or do this anymore, consistently come after me, I think that person is touched up here to where that's dangerous. You don't know how to move on. You don't know how to let things go. That's a little wild, bro. Because I wouldn't be giving that much energy and time with things. Once I don't like something, I'm gone. I don't have to pay to don't buy no more. Someone could go, well, Matt, you're in girl world. No, I'm in girl world because I'm really hoping for the best, to be honest with you. But also, I'm in the lore of the reaction channels that makes it so much fun. But I also don't wish ill on that woman, because why? That's stupid. I just think it's. We'll talk about girl world too in a minute, towards the end of the video. Woo! Woo! The last video that came out yesterday, man, I have so much to talk about with that. Oh my God, that girl. You asked for this. You asked for all of this. And you now want people to pity you. Ooh, I can't do it. We'll get there. But I think fans need to chill the fuck out. Enjoy your artists, support them, do all of that. But once you feel like you are owed something from those individuals and you want to break boundaries and barriers of personal spaces, and you have no self-reflection or even self-worth from yourself to think of having that respect for an individual, that's scary. Like, please figure that out. Because if you're that down bad over someone, I would start talking to somebody, because this is a little scary. But that person getting 9 days in jail, I think hopefully that will wake them up. Like, love these artists and enjoy them. But if this is your life, if you running to do all this shit, you are not going to be famous for that. We find you to be a nuisance. And the end. Offset is still being off, period, because allegedly, and Cardi's posted about this, he has been harassing her and has been sending threats, if you will, maybe on substances and all that kind of stuff. And she wants to move on from this. Mind you, she already got another man, but I think he won't fully divorce her or leave her alone. And that's where this is going. And as much as everyone's like, Cardi, you brought this to the internet, girl, please. That man brought it to the internet because he still talks about her and still be apparently in open group chats and discussions about her and this, that, and the other. And it's getting kind of fucking weird. Cardi, I want the best for you in terms of this situation, to where you ain't never got to deal with this man again. But I also want to say, and I know love is love and it really be getting you going, sister. There was a point when you were like, nah, fuck him, and we were all riding for you, and then you got back with him. And so now that it's like we moving around town and you went with the other horse man that possibly do you better, okay, bet, right? But don't go back. And this is none of my business, but don't go back. And that's for Offset's sake and yours. Stop. Co-parent, move around. Please, please, for the both of you. I know it's probably not Cardi doing the most on this one. It's most likely Offset. We know these people sometimes. They try to say, it's the woman. We know some wild bitches too, but there are some toxic ass men. Because I don't want to hear about it no more. I really don't. That era is over with and gone. His music's not bumping like that. Hers is still taking off and doing what it needs to do. Move around. It's about to look really ugly. It's about to get bad. Please stop. The end on that one. JT, I'm going to say it with love, and I'm going to wrap it up in a little bow and end it here. Honey, the best week of your life was you being on Now That's TV, hosting a show with a bunch of fire T-girls, okay, for this All House. That's the best thing you've done all month. Because that single you dropped thinking it was about to be up and stuck, nope. All that shit she was talking on the internet whenever my mama was doing whatever, nope. Poots, poots, poots. Poots, poots, poots. Poots. Okay? I see a whole future for you making appearances on television shows that are not on television, but on streaming app only, with red logos and chinians, if you will, at the helm. Lemon Pepper Steppers at the lead. And a Scotland interesting face, the body around the. I see it in your future, and I love you down. No, I don't. But it's not. No, I don't. I feel like I'm going to apply myself to the situation, but it feels like somebody's holding on and they have plans for her, but it's not going well. I also kind of feel that she plays into the aesthetic of trans women and sort of umps it up. Even though in the past she has said some transphobic shit, people are trying to like block that because now she like supports the dolls, which everybody should. But at the same time, I'm like, you're leaning really into this a lot more lately, and I've noticed that, and that's been kind of the aesthetic of sorts. And you're trying to make it into something else that it's not, but it's really I see who you're placating to because that's your audience, right? But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to get too much into JT because, again, as artists of any sort, whether you're doing something with content creation, music, movies, television, whatever, it is tough seeing your work not get love or not get the hype that you think it deserves. But I just, and this is why I just don't be talking that shit like I used to, or at least going on there, yeah, because it just doesn't make any sense anymore. Baby, your best day could be the last day, and your worst days could be forever. So, like, what you want to lead off with? I don't think she should start an argument on the internet about nothing. Let that girl had talked about you on her album, and then you came out with another track after that. But all that back and forth on Twitter shit, and then you came out with the diss, and it was poop, and then you come out with that, and it's like, oh, what are you doing? What's this promo? Poop, poop, poop. And I don't want to shade Megan Thee Stallion because that's Houston. I love Meg, but my man, my man, my man, my baby, my baby. That was such a weird song to drop around this time of year. And I do feel like it would have done better in February of next year and had like really played into the lovey-dovey season. But she doing what she want to do, so pop off. Periwinkle, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. I came in late, but I wanted to show support, and I appreciate you for that support. Thank you very much, Periwinkle. Okay, let me do it. This is for the girl world girls. I'm going to talk about this in a way to where I'm not just directly speaking about her, but I'm sort of explaining her story. Okay, here we go. Imagine you are a whole white woman who went on global Tinder to find your man, end up in Kuwait, changed your whole cultures and belief system so you could appease this man, wore a hijab at 400 plus pounds. All right. You now have you now have diagnosed type 2 diabetes that you are not in control of because you won't take your insulin shots, this, that, and the other. I'm setting a stage here. The man has cheated on you multiple times. You lied about 3 of the times that it happened. The one time it happened in public, you forgave said man. But then you come on the internet in the middle of all this to go, I have a friend who's dealing with something right now where she feels like her man is doing something. And it was about you, and we knew that, and you called us crazy. Fast forward. She's not getting her way at all in the relationship, and she starts to pout. It's something that she's been doing, okay? They have to leave Kuwait. She's now in Syria, of all places, as a white woman on a traveler's visa, because that's what it was. Okay, has to renew it every 3 months and jumps country to country and do all that kind of bullshit. Gets to Syria. This man has been displaced from Kuwait to now Syria, has reunited with his family in Syria, a place where he was not at for the majority of his life, but has family out there and ties. Tries to bring his wife in onto the shit, who doesn't want to be around people because she's not a social person. Yet, I'm getting so ahead of myself. She goes online in the middle of the night and she cries to her audience and she tells these people that her husband is threatening her because they get into an argument via text message on WhatsApp. I am not joking. She brings this to the internet, okay, so that she can shame this man and make him bend. I'm not bullshitting you. Because come on, Matt, tell the whole story. So imagine you with your wife or whatever, and she already is very lazy, doesn't like to do things this, that, and the other, but you are trying to include her with your family who has reservations about her, but you want to show a different side of her. So you invite her to go with you on some trip, and there's going to be a lot of people on the trip. Your wife does have a little bit of a social anxiety, but that's sort of self-induced stuff because of their own insecurities, right? But she says, I'll go. Imagine a 6-hour car ride with an 8-hour trip to where when you get halfway to the point of going on the trip, you tell your man, I can't do this anymore. And so he now has to turn around after dropping these people off to then drop her back off at home and then drive all the way back to spend time with his family that she made a big deal of, to then get to the house and complain to her audience that he left her there with not a lot of food and this isn't fair, because she just didn't want him to go on the trip. She wanted him to himself and she didn't want him with his family. He ends up staying an extra day and she gets angry and starts a fight over the phone about the situation, calls him a son of the bitch, says that you're not treating me right as your wife, does the full bit, whatever. Now he says, she then tells him, I'm going to break shit in your house. This is a home. Again, this man was displaced, okay, had been in Kuwait, living there, now back in his home country of Syria, where he has an actual residence that is his because of the war that happened and he got to take it back over. Imagine a whole white Canadian woman that you've been doing things on hand and foot for more than the majority of this time, okay? After she made you do everything that just happened of the driving back and forth and doing all that, going to get her food, all that kind of bullshit, is going to tell you she's going to break shit in your fucking house. So then he's like, if you do that, it's up. So when he did that, no kind of logical thinking here. She goes on the internet, copies, takes a screenshot of the text, puts it as the title thumbnail, and tells her audience, I have to leave. He has my bank card. Because again, she can't get money out there because it's Syria. So she has to give him his card to then give to somebody else who then has to go make runs to go to an ATM to go pull out money. So your dumbass is now online telling people this man is threatening you and all that kind of shit and crying and saying he doesn't love you and all. Oh, yes, this is all real. Then says that the family, if anything happens to me, it was them, to invoke, to say that they're going to be violent towards her. I want to remind y'all that this is the same woman. She is a racist bigot, period. And she fetishizes men of color. The end. She even admitted that she only likes to talk to men of a certain Middle Eastern descent and darker complexion, this, that, and the other. And it's this thing about bigger girls that like, anywho, I'm not going to go into that. That's a whole breakdown of like, this thing where they don't feel certain value from whatever, but she says that to the audience to basically promote the fact that these people are Middle Eastern and making them out to be violent, and because she's this helpless white woman now in this country and she has no one here. So she did that knowing what she was doing. Okay. Now, she wanted after all that to happen for it to be just a little bitty fight, but they end up going, okay, we're gonna divorce. We're gonna do this amicably and all that kind of stuff. All right. Mind you, the family wanted him to divorce her because she can't have children. One, she was already old. She was 41. He was 33. And all she wanted to do with him was travel vlogs, smoke, and, just fuck around, do all that. And they wanted him to have a family and do this and the other. And again, this guy is still in his early 30s. Life is not to where he needs to be. Well, settling with you and that's it. So she wants a divorce, this marriage, right? Ends up flying back to Canada, gets an apartment, okay? She left a cat out there with him, gets another cat, and then less than 24 hours goes, I made a mistake. I should never divorce him. I did the wrong thing. I should go back to Syria. After signing a year lease, I'm not joking. And now we're on the internet going, his dad got to him. He just wanted to swoop in and take him away from me. He'd never really loved me. He's supposed to fight for me. The same woman who basically insinuated that his family was going to hurt her. The same woman that basically posted your text messages, personal messages to the internet to get sympathy and to make you look like a bad person so that way she can control you. That. And now she's on the internet trying to get a pity party from everybody currently as we speak. I kid you not. I'm so sad. I can't do anything. And I'm sitting here watching this and I'm going, this isn't real. You This isn't real. You literally just said this man's family was coming for you, and they're actually the great people, and this, that. No, 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 no. So she has said she's impulsive. I agree. You can't be that way and then still get your way at times, especially when you put people in situations where you can have harmed them. You insinuated that his family was a violent, girl. The man cheated on you and you forgave him because you have no self-worth. That's how sad it is that this man had a whole public affair with you where he said he wanted to shit on some girl and rip out pages of the Bible and be blasphemer with this woman, and you took him back to then also tell us a story later of a situation that you explained for someone else that was about you, where he didn't even come home one time and went off and did his own thing. And people have been posting pictures of it, and she knew about it. So there's only so many other times we could possibly think about where the man did cheat on her or whatever, and she just dealt with it because she is that sad. And she needs a man to have validation, and it's the truth. And so now she's been harassing him and calling him consistently over and over again and doing all this bit like, why aren't you talking to me? Why aren't you talking to me? You're not talking to me. When she got back to Canada, she took the hijab off, started smoking weed and eating edibles again, and is now high on camera 24/7. And he doesn't like that. And now she goes, well, he knew who I was before this, girl, but you changed to go over there with him, to be with him, and now you've gone back to your ways, but you had to change to get, how does that work? Having your cake and eating it too, everybody. You can't do that. And she's the number one, like, person for that kind of shit. You literally aren't trying to lose, like, there was a whole, we're losing weight. We're trying to lose weight together. You gave up on that. You said you just want to be fat and happy. Okay, be fat and happy. He don't want that, Alti. There are men who want that, but he don't. And you want a specific kind of man. You can't get it. She said she was prettier than 90% of the YouTube community. And if I let you see a picture of her now, you would gasp. You would gasp. She looks like that entity thing that swallows people up from stories told in the dark. It's bad. But regardless of all that, and me saying it in the way I did, I really don't want that girl to just have a full crash out and blow up on the internet. I really don't. I'm kind of really hoping there's this moment where ding, 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 a light hits. And that's what I'm sitting there waiting for as a viewer, and with the reaction channels, because I don't go on her channel, I don't give a review. I'm just waiting for that ding, ding, ding moment to happen, because I think that's going to be a really cool story arc for her if it ever does. It'll be really interesting to see that happen. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, though. And that's kind of sad, but I'm afraid we might be setting our ways here. That's what it's looking like. But yep. That's just a little bit of the girl world. Amerlin's another story. I don't want to get into that. That drama is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But no, I just want people to, if they ever jumped into Chantel Foodie Booty's universe and they saw these current videos or now like sobbing online and trying to make this whole his family's against me thing and how dare he do this thing to me, I just want people to watch those videos, especially women in general, and see this is what it looks like when you have no self-worth. This is what it looks like when you do not give a fuck about your appearance, about who you are inside. And this is it right here. Because there is no way on God's green earth you are crashing out on the internet live about this man who is now thousands of miles away from you, where you left your cat as bait to come back. We have a family, you do not. Let me tell you something right now. That man could put that cat up for adoption or give it to a neighbor like that. It's not that deep, unfortunately, in your situation. And you can put the emotional baggage on that, but he ain't got to. And again, you call this Arab man a son of a bitch. In that culture, that's a no-no. And he is a part of said culture and wants to be, he doesn't want to be westernized. And she tried to go over there to be, I'm now this woman, but she couldn't do that. And she wanted him to follow through because technically he wanted to go to Canada. But now he don't want to no more, and she's mad. Don't be that girl. Don't be that man. Please don't be these people. Don't be her. That's what I took from the video. I'm like, I refuse. Who would be on the internet? Can you believe this guy? After 3 years of marriage, you were in some sort of miser marriage, wherever the fuck that is. You had to go hop country to country. You never lived a full year with him. That was your marriage. Be serious. I don't know. I still wish her luck, and I'm really hoping she finally just says fuck it, fuck him, and goes on her thing, because she actually can be a good time when she wants to, but it's embarrassing to see. And the people who support her through this, woo! That's all it is this time. I'm like, no, tell her to get over it. And she hates that, but it's like, no, for real. Like, that man was playing you. Come on, sis. Come on. I hate that. I hate seeing it when it's obvious. Like let you be bamboozled for real. But then you telling us, oh, the man been cheating. Be very for fucking real right now. Let's see here, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to be wrapping this up shortly. I appreciate you for popping on in here. I did get to play a little bit of that Kirby Air Riders game that they were doing beta testing for, or like these demo tests for. It's fun, but it's not for me. I had a good time playing it, but I also was kind of like, these controls are wild, and what you want to do with these boosts and blop, and so much to do while you're riding around the track. So I don't know if it's going to be something I want to purchase, but I did enjoy myself when I was playing it. So if you missed the beta, that's just my take on it. It was fun. They gave you 3 tracks, a whole lot of characters, a whole lot of like different vehicles to use, but the controls were wild. It's like it already just goes, so you don't have to hold gas, but you do tricks and stuff, and you do boosts and speed. And I don't know, it was a little tricky. A little tricky for me. How's everyone else doing? Personally, like just in real time. Like I know it's Monday. This is what, the 17th of November. We're almost out of what's it called? We're almost out of this month. We're about to be in the last month of 2025. Okay. Like, I know, as someone who is like literally on another career path at the same time holding YouTube together while still maintaining my kids, trying to get my mental health together, I see you. I see you. And I hope like shit's not really too much for you, because trust me, even today, I lost my wallet and tore my apartment up. Tore it up. I found it eventually, but it took me an hour. And it was in such a very obvious place that I just could not wrap my mind around. But like, I'm telling you, I started to freak the fuck out over that. Because it was one of those moments where it's like, if it ain't one thing, it's like, if it ain't one thing, it's another. This has been the fastest and longest year. I agree. And you get a highlight because that's Daria, and the Morgendorfer will always be a part of my life. Thank you. I agree. It feels like it's been draining. It goes by quickly, but it really doesn't. Like days sometimes feel like it has not ended. Like we're still on this day, but then followed by, how do we make it to next week so quickly? Like, I don't know. Too much bullshit's happening, I think, is really where it is, Vero. Like, too much crap is happening outside. Like, too much noise and too many angry people. It's too much happening. Tulip, I talked about this earlier, but definitely again, love dairy. It's good so far. In it, I cover it on my Patreon channel. $1 a month. Every weekend I get to post, and I just posted episode 4 today, so you can check it out. But yeah, I love the show. Feels like still March to me. Well, it's 80 something degrees in November out here in Houston. So it always is going to feel like summer to me versus winter, and that really annoys me to no level. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I hate that crap, because it's just like, come on. Let me see here. What is the weather going to be giving this week? Oh, it'll be raining. Ooh. Well, allegedly. because that can change. But it's supposed to be raining the rest of the week, Thursday all the way to next Tuesday. So today and tomorrow it's just going to be windy and cloudy, and temperatures will, I guess, drop, but we will be in the 80s until Thursday. So hot, hot, hot. That was Selena Kyle, in case you're wondering who fell. This big old headed. Oh, speaking of Funko Pops, bankruptcy. Did y'all see that shit? Are you telling me that all of this, have we gotten to the point now where things are going to be really valuable sooner than later because we're no longer going to be an entity? Am I hoping for this? No. But as someone who is currently poor right now, where people are attacking me every day about it, the elite. Yeah, let me know. Go help. I will gladly give some of these away. I haven't collected any Funkos in quite a while, and I do still love the current collection I have right now. They haven't really posted anything that I want, and then everything else that I still want to have is very expensive. Like the original, the original Bob from Bob's Burgers is like a $70 Funko, and that's just wild to me. And then someone mentioned they were going to get me a Labubu. I never got that Labubu, by the way. Y'all can send me a Labubu. I'm not buying a goddamn Labubu, but if you want to send me one for Christmas, I will gladly have a Labubu in this house. I'm blessed. There ain't no demons up in here, okay? This home is clean, so I'm fine when they come home. Oh, how is Bernice? Bernice is fine. We do need to get the tire still, and I do need to get it serviced. Like, I got to get this air valve thing taped up, which I was told I could do. I don't know if I would do it, but I know someone who could do it for me that I would have confidence in doing it. But I'm just happy to have a car again, honestly, Madeline. Like, no joke at all, especially in Houston, Texas. Like, this is one of the worst places to just not have a vehicle unless you live directly downtown or even in Midtown. My medical center as well. I'll give those 3 spots as 3 places where you wouldn't necessarily need one, but it limits you so much because everything out here is spaced out. Okay? Because if you're like, oh, I'm coming to Houston and I'm going to go, let me give an example. I'm going to get a hotel in Baytown. One, that was the worst thing you could do because Baytown, but I see you trying to save a buck. However, you're on the east side now and you're way out there. So you're now 40 something minutes from the center city of Houston. So if you wanted to now drive on this way to go into some main event, you are going to be driving for a minute. And by the time you get into the city, hello, traffic, how are you? So, and a lot for me is far away. I'm not in Baytown, but it's still far away from me where I'm at for everything, which is why I'm always like, okay, Matt, do I need to get a toll road tag soon? I think I do. I mean, regardless, even if I move to another apartment, I'm still gonna have to get one. It's Houston. And the Beltway is your best friend some days. Some days. I will say, if you don't have insurance and you don't have your tags together, the stickers on your car ain't up to date, do not drive down the Beltway. And if you owe them money, they will take your ass to jail and put that car in the impound lot with the quickness. Don't be a fool, because they are looking. They trust. I used to date a officer that was literally for the toll roads and would tell me all the time, "Oh yeah, we take him to jail immediately," because that shit adds up. I had a friend had like $2,000 at the. I was like, "How are you still just driving through?" He said, "They never stopped me," and then he was getting late fee after late fee after late fee. And he showed this been a good nasty weekend in jail, bitch, and had to go pay a whole lot of money to get his car out the impound lot. Don't be that person. Don't. Finish work for the season at the station and come to visit a mate. 3,200 kms and got to do another more than that to get home for Christmas driving. Luckily, I drive a Let's talk about this real quick before we wrap on out of here. I know, okay? Well, no. It's Blake if we're going to talk about tickets. Blake, not Chris. Chris, I don't think is, I don't know if Chris has a car, but Blake is the one that has his foot glued to the gas pedal. That's Blake's business, right? If you are traveling for the holiday season, please be careful. And also, while the government shutdown is over, they're still talking about it's going to take a very long time, or at least a couple of months, before everything is back in order again. So a couple of months is not 3 weeks. It's not 4 weeks. So if you're traveling this holiday season by plane in the United States of America, good luck to you. Please get to the airport hours in advance. Do not play the game. Do not play the game unless you know your airport's so good. But TSA has been out of it. And I got to tell you, as somebody who hates going through security, a long line in security will fuck my attitude all the way up. I cannot stand standing in that line. I cannot stand it. It is so annoying. And the way they be talking to you, like you're somebody's child. Bitch, who you having this conversation? Like as if like we understand everything at the same time. This lady told me to take off my shoes. This man didn't tell me to take off anything. Like what do you want me to do? Just be careful, because I would hate to see it. Because mind you, I got stuck in Atlanta one time over TSA in Atlanta. Well, security in Atlanta was horrible. That airport is awful. But that was also the last time I flew a Spirit flight, all team. Yeah, that is the last time I flew Spirit. I never flew Spirit ever again. Nope, never forgive them for that. Never, ever. 7-hour delay. It was a whole trip to go meet somebody and like spend a whole weekend with them. And I had a great time after that. But then literally going home was the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. 7-hour delay. By the time the flight finally got there, they said, oh, we're not working past this time as flight attendants. So everybody that was sitting there for 7 hours had to then go down there. But it wasn't the only flight that was canceled. It was 7 other flights that were canceled. So now imagine a mad rush of people trying to get to the counter before everybody else so they can get on the next flight in the morning. That was me. I am running in Atlanta airport trying to get to the Spirit kiosk. And this is other people too. We're booking it with our bags and shit, trying to get there. I was the second to last person to get on the next morning flight. Second to last person. Because the flight after that, you're not going to believe it. First flight in the morning was like 8 a.m. something, right? That was the one I was trying to get. The next one wasn't until same day, the next day, but like 6 p.m. I was like, what? I've been here for another day? Absolutely not. I was like, I'm trying to get the fuck out of this city. No, ma'am. Didn't even give me no voucher for no hotel. They gave me a 15% off coupon for a day's in. Oh, it was bad. Never forget it. Never forget it. The following day, you know it's fucked up when the people who were with you waiting to get on that flight are also about to be on the same flight as you, and they're looking at each other like, bullshit night, huh? Yep. Because I made sure that the hotel they got me, because I complained hard. Because they were trying to send me to some other location. I said, I need to be at a hotel that is literally where a shuttle for the airport is going to take me back. And if you send me somewhere else, it's up. Because I need a shuttle to take me there and a shuttle to take me back. I'm not getting another rent-a-car. I was like, I'm not getting another car. Ooh, wait. So yeah, I don't play with the airport. I do not play with the airport. Please don't play with the airport. They will fuck you over. If your bag weighs more than it is, and you don't have the money to pay for that shit, you don't need to take everything with you. Learn that carry-on policy and don't fly Spirit. I know it's budget friendly and all that good stuff. Don't fly Spirit. Nope. I had Frontier on that list. Don't. They're very good at going, well, not in the policy. Nah, baby, you need to give me my money back. Period. Shout out to my Pokemon Legends ZA people. We're getting our DLC very soon. I'm excited for it, but I'm also a little nervous because this new level system and this back and forth between the realms and shit. I don't know what that's going to be about, but I'm hoping for the best. Dead by Daylight, I'm do way better in solo queue. That's wild, but I like playing with my friends more. That's crazy. My win record in solo queue is so high compared to when I play with others. I don't know. Maybe because I'm also not concerned for anybody when I'm in solo queue either. Like, fuck y'all. Like, for example, I was in a game, y'all, with I think it was Oni. And everybody in my team got down at one point in time. But here's the trick. I completed all 5 gens. Nobody was on the gen. I had one person come and help me with one, but that was it. I had one dude who was just standing in corners and trying to hide the whole game. Another girl who was basically trolling this man and was like, come chase me. And then the one that kept coming by to help me kept following me the whole game. And I'm thinking to myself, hold on, what are you in the middle? Is this an interview and we're just sitting down trying to see how the calls work before you go to the second part of the interview? What's going on? Because they're not going to come and pick you up. Like, what's happening here? I need you to do something. Woo! I was the only survivor. Fuck yeah. Fuck, what? Everyone got down and they started to circle around each other. I was like, fuck. Went right to the exit gate. I have only one issue with DBD that I need help with, and I don't want to use a map because I'm going to feel like a butt. I can never find the hatch, even with the sound. I don't know if it's because I'm just not looking at the ground or wherever the case may be. And I've been watching a couple of videos lately telling me that you can have it put in the shack or the main building. And even when it's not there, these are the locations it's most likely to be at. Every time. And that's the only games I've been losing lately is like where it's just me. I'm like, where is this? Sometimes the killers are just like, oh my God, this guy. I'm like, yeah, I don't know where it's at. Let me go out the exit gate, damn it. Oh, but no, I'm back on DBD lately. I'm sorry, I'm back on Pokemon again. I had to take a break, but DBD is what I start to play if I just get a little bored with Pokemon. I did go shiny hunting the other day, and I found 13 shinies, and I finally got my female shiny Banary, so I'm so happy. I currently have 122 shiny Pokemon in the game. I have been going ham with it, but I'm also trying to find alphas, this, that, and the other, because they are going to integrate the Legends ZA into the home, and it's going to go into the next generation. So I'm really farming ZA for Pokemon I'm going to be using in tournament style stuff later, and for champions coming up too. So that's why for people who are like not playing this, I'm like, baby, you are missing out on some good shit. Not gonna lie, especially the easy shinies that you wouldn't get. So it's gonna be fun. Oh yeah, Soulful Dog. I'm kind of excited because you remember DBD style games used to make me nervous, but now I know how to play them. I can actually get that game this time and not be like, okay, I just bought the game because I love Michael Myers and the Halloween series. Oh no, I'm kind of hyped for that one. I'm hyped for that game, Mario Tennis game, the Poketopia game, and then something else that I saw recently. And I was like, ooh, that's gonna be good. I can't think of the name of that game. I picked Tekken back up too for a second. I did, you guys. I picked it back up. I'm still that girl with you. I'm still the one. I'm still the chosen one with you. I'm still the one. I played one rank match and beat the pitiful piss out of this Armor King. That man tried to disconnect. I saw the little glitch happen and I said, nah, let the animation finish. I said, thank you. I literally picked it up, didn't even go in practice mode. I was like, I'm just going to see if I know what I'm doing still. And I mean, I know what the hell I'm still doing. So I was like, okay, lost that. I'm waiting for Mira Joe to pop up so I can play as her. How? How? David, what is your strat right now? because I have been hunting that zone. I have found only one Shuppet that's shiny. Only one. I haven't found anything. And a Haunter. Which, speaking of which, hi, hello, everybody. Hello. If you pay, you did pay. If you play Pokemon Legends EA, I need someone to do shiny trading with, blink, 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 for specific Pokemon that need to be traded for shiny wise shit, okay? I'm still hunting a shiny Onyx. I cannot get it to spawn for the life of me. I have a shiny Alpha Omega, whatever that little rat flying thing is. I got an Alpha one of those. I got an Alpha Drillbur. I got an Alpha Aron, or whatever the hell it's called. I love the Mega Evolution for that, by the way. It's an Alpha one. It's so beautiful. And he's so strong. His defense is so high. I'm going to be using him in rank matches. But yeah, I need someone who is not going to take my shiny Pokemon. Because there's a couple of Haunters I need to do to get them to Gengar, and there's a couple of shiny Kadabras I need to do to get to Alakazam. There's a few of the fairy ones I caught recently, and I need to trade. So please, I need a couple of people to help me with that. I don't want you to keep my shinies. I will give you some shinies if you want, because I have many to give, but I just need a couple of the trades to be done so I can get my shiny decks together. Yes. Talked about it earlier, but I got you. No worry. I like it, but I am concerned Sofo Dog is going to be the sort of same very quick, like cash grab for kids sort of Mario movie, and they don't go deeper like they do with like the Despicable Me movies, which I do enjoy, or in the Pixar universe of giving it a little bit more depth where they can do that. It's a Mario movie, I get it, but Mario has so much lore to it that they could incorporate some stories and make it very interesting too. No sign of Daisy though, and that's good for me because I don't like Daisy. Daisy's for the mean gays. That say they're not mean and think that they're not those girls, but they're so ass. They're very judgmental people. You Daisy players, you. It's always going to be Princess Peach. Oh. I have not seen the most recent episode of South Park yet because I don't have cable anymore, so I don't get those commercials letting me know when it's happening, and it's so inconsistent now. But I'll probably watch it after this because I wanted to like make some dinner tonight. I really wanted to go grab something that was already pre-made from HEB. That was what my goal for the evening. But I might just make something here. What do I have? Well, I have leftover turkey and black beans. I made a protein mix of like for turkey meat and black beans. To, I'm getting my muscles up. Y'all know I'll be working out. But like, I've ate it for the last 2 days. I'm a Libra. I get bored, baby. I get bored. I get so bored with food unless something's got to change. Yeah, I did. Alejandro, I did talk about that as well. Y'all make sure to watch this video back because I covered a lot of shit with the movies here. I saw the leak. That was Impa. That was Impa down. And Impa is giving Zelda that little dagger. I clocked that. I was like, ooh, not that you got a pivotal scene in the movie and you got that on camera. I'm kind of mad we saw that. But I also thought, okay, it's live action. I'm seeing a couple of the clothes. Everything looks legit. I'm really praying that they do this movie justice and it doesn't end up being a fucking mess. Yeah. I'm excited for The Devil Wears Prada 2. The trailer made me emotional. I saw that movie in the movie theater in high school, and it was like one of those gay awakening kind of movies. You know what I mean? Like validation in terms of stuff. So for me, that trailer with the music for Vogue in the background, and then Andy getting into the elevator, nice of you to show up. I was like, screaming, screaming. It was also cool to see that everybody who was in the main cast of the movie, Academy Award winner, Academy Award winner, Academy Award nominee, Academy Award nominee. I was like, that's right. I'm really happy to get to see it, the sequel. At first, I was like annoyed that they're making it again because the original was such a classic, like don't touch it. But it feels like it's not gonna be bad. It may not be as amazing and as special as the first one. I'm not putting those expectations there, but I don't get a bad sense of it being pooped. I'm like, this might be good. It might be really good. Might be really, really good. Might be good. Might be good. This stuff. It's one of my favorite things to say. But you have to say it just like that. This stuff. I'm wondering if it's following the book series. I wonder too. I've never read the book series, to be honest with you. I was more just into the movie. Thank you, Road Cat Mom. Yum yum yum. Speaking of which, just saying your name reminds me, Matt, get cat litter. I just want to know if Dr. Elsie's cat litter is available in stores because I don't want to order it on Amazon. Now that I have a car, I'm trying to do as little as delivery service stuff as possible because I've already canceled pretty much all my memberships to mostly everything. So I'm like, if it's available in store now, that's the preferred cat litter for the babies. That's where I need to go. But I need to know where it's at. And I'm praying it's not somewhere far away because I'm just like, I don't want to switch back to the Clump and Seal with Arm and Hammered. I did not enjoy that one. I don't want to change the litters on them right now. I want to keep the litter I got because it's affordable one. It does work too. And they both like it. And like with Mina and Mamu, they're very different. So it makes me nervous to try new things with them sometimes because one of them will love something and the other will not. And that will definitely play a factor in the house and how everything goes down. As you can see, Mina stopped going through the emotions and she's calmed the fuck down because she already knew she wasn't going to get away. But it is what it is. But yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Bend over. Let me see it. It would be a long process, just new things to cat. Yeah. Mind you, that bed I bought Mamu that he never touched until Mina got here, now that's one of his spots that he goes to. It took a whole year to just sit there. It's at PetSmart. Oh, that's the big one, though. That's the big one. That's expensive. Hold on. Let me see here. But if it's at a PetSmart, that's good because that I can get to. It is at PetSmart. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hey, Winkled, I can confirm. Thank you. I'll be out there. I'll be there tonight. As a matter of fact, I'm about to go there now. I was like, oh yes, yes. Do I have a coupon? Let me see. I'm serious. I gotta look for a coupon. Okay. It has made my life a lot easier. You just do not know. This past year of not having a vehicle was hell on earth. It was going through it. I was becoming a hermit. And that is not okay. When they say touch grass, do not become a hermit. Your home is your safe space, but I encourage you, unless you have like an agoraphobia or something like that, like get outside. Let the sun touch you for at least a good 15, 20 minutes and then go back in if you need to. But like, let that sun touch you. Baby, the car ride I took yesterday when I was so angry was necessary and needed. And I was playing that Am I the Drama at full blast. Always Better Than You. That was the song that pulled me back up. That was the song that pulled me back up. That was the one that made me just like feel my shit again. Talk about bitch, I'm better than you. Oh, bitch, yes, fuck that bitch. And fuck her friend too. I was like, yes. That song pulled me out of my funk. I was like, absolutely. So I had the moon roof open, all that kind of jazz. I had my windows down, no AC. I was just letting the wind hit, and I was just driving. And I did a nice little cute little 10-mile run up and down the free. And then I went by this park, and I went and parked there. And I took my little deep breath. I did my little prayer. Took my exhale, stopped and got me a coffee at Tim Hortons because we have Tim Hortons out here now. It's interesting. It's interesting. A little Canadian coffee spot. I'm like, there's a little something. But I got my little coffee, went home, and I said, fuck that. We're going to spend the rest of the day not on that bullshit. And there it is. Oh. if you're ever able to leave that situation, Liam, as far as being forced to stay somewhere and it'd be dangerous for you to leave, I hope and pray that you can get out of that. Because even with that being a force, you could always, and I do mean this, always find somewhere else. But I don't know the situation, so I don't want to impede, but I will encourage you, if that's something you want to do, something that can possibly happen in the near future, maybe, just maybe, to have that little light of hope, because you deserve to be outside, bitch. Fuck these hoes. Period. Okay. But y'all, let's wrap it up because I'm gonna start swearing and my worst city girl is coming out. You know what I mean? So let me not act like a bag of bullshit and let's wrap this up today. All of my stuff is in the about section. The way I said that. All of my stuff is in the about section. Click the link tree link, it'll take you where you need to go. I did do reactions on Patreon, so if you want to watch all 700 plus videos, Welcome to Dairy, currently Drag with Titans, Drag Race UK, and Drag Race España. I'm adding Canada's Drag Race onto the list, and Fallout Season 2. So if you want to check that out, head on over there. I also will be covering the new last season of Stranger Things. So whenever that comes out, I will be covering, of course, Stranger Things on there as well. All those links are there for you. If you wanted to drop a little bit of love in my jar, please and thank you. It's paypal.me/Rants, Cash App $Matt924, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Is it advice about my Patreon, or is it something because my Patreon's fine right now? This is YouTube that really is like, what happened? I don't know. Oh boy, well, I'm glad you enjoyed the live today. I will be back live again Wednesday evening with the Dooley to talk about Drag with Titans. I'll be back again Friday to talk about the premiere of Canada's Drag Race. And of course, last and not least, Saturday, Saturday, I'll be discussing Drag Race United Kingdom. That's something we talk. Okay, Liam. All right, that's fine. But thank you all. I need to figure out dinner and cat litter, and I'll get back to you. But I appreciate the support. Thank you so much, love. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. I want to see you again. Okay, we need to see each other, right? Not just you. It's me too. We need to see each other. Choose tomorrow, bitches. You deserve it. Okay. I'm gonna start ending my videos like that. Choose tomorrow, people, because you deserve it. Don't let nobody tell you different. They miserable, not you. I love y'all so very much. Take care. I'll see you for the next one.
Listen.